What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yeah No No Yeah. In this special episode, it's sort of a yearly wrap-up episode to where Liam and I recap a lot of 2022 stuff, everything from film to TV shows to music to life, just recapping the whole year. It's sort of a wrap-up episode, and I hope that you guys enjoy listening to it. As always, if you're on Spotify, keep an eye out for the poll in the description if you would like to interact with that, as well as the timestamps if you'd like to jump to a certain point, avoid spoilers, all of that. And don't forget, we now have video, so if you're either watching on YouTube or even watching on Spotify, there should be video now of us for you to watch as you're listening if you'd like. So we're always trying to find ways to improve the podcast. And if you would like to help support the show so we can continue improving the podcast like that, we do have a Patreon. You can also find that link in the description. We would appreciate any support, big or small. And lastly, check out in the description for our link trees to where you can find the links to all of our social medias and our Instagram and all that. And that's about it. I hope that you guys had a good year, and here's to a new year. So let's get into the episode.
Happy face.
End of the year. Happy face. Oh yeah, we're being recorded. Shit. Hi.
I have to try and be normal.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be all like self-conscious because I keep forgetting they can see us now.
Yeah, I'm hating it sometimes. Sometimes I just don't look that good. I'm like, oh.
Me too.
We're entertainers. We have to do it.
I guess. Yeah. We're here for your entertainment. How do we start? Oh, yeah, that's how we start. Saying how do we start? Yeah, it's the end of the year. I have stuff that I wanted us to talk about in this episode, but before we get into that, how are you doing? How's it going?
How am I doing? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good?
You know, all things considered. I found it quite interesting that, like, this is our 22nd episode and it's 2022. Last episode of 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
So then next year we have to do 23 episodes. So whatever the year is, then we have to have that many episodes. So that's going to be hard if we get to like 20, fucking
2099
77. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, it
We'll
will actually
like
become quite a lot easier when I do get to move to America, because our time will be a lot better to deal with, I think. Like, it's just rough with this much of a difference. It's
it
like
really
14
is.
hours.
It is 14 hours difference at this point.
Yeah.
It's just insane, but managed to make it work.
Crazy.
Hey, speaking of crazy, we gotta get into what's crazy with Kanye this week? Are we doing that still?
What? Have you forgotten the patrons, damn it?
Oh, damn. Sorry.
That's why I was wondering why you're asking me how I am. I'm like, patrons, Quinn.
Oh, patrons, yeah. Sorry. Okay, well, thank you, of course, to our patrons. I can't express how thankful I am.
Yes.
Kath from Kath.reviews. Thank you so much.
Julia. From moving _ pictures. Thank you.
Yeah.
So much.
Thank you.
It means the world.
And then
love you.
To our two recent patrons, Ardor Film, last time I got it wrong, Ardor, right? Yeah, Ardor Film, Amy, thank you, and also Sarah from Sarah's Popcorn Chat. You four mean the world to us, thank you. We're going to try and improve the podcast. Woo!
Thanks, Girl Squad.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, they're all, yeah. We got a lot of female supporters, that's nice.
That's what you want.
That's what you want. Well, if we're still trying this segment,
I said I didn't want to.
Oh, you didn't want to?
No, I've had enough. It's just like annoying.
That's true.
But I did hear today that apparently he's missing, but I don't even know if that's like accurate.
He's missing?
Apparently, but I don't even know if that.
Fuck?
I think it might be misinformation on Twitter, but
it's probably misinformation because I looked up Kanye West news and nothing coming up about him being missing. So,
well, yeah,
all of it is just Kim. It's about Kim Kardashian crying about how challenging it was to co-parent with Kanye West. That's all that's coming up. Which, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but
he's probably not missing, but he's probably laying low, I would say, after all that.
Yeah, we can put that segment to bed. It's kind of depressing at this point.
Until he does something
we don't need to talk
really
about
crazy next, but
or he gets better again. I hope he gets better. Before we get into our 2022 wrap up, New Year's celebration, whatever, I had just a few topics, which at this point everybody's probably talked about it, but oh well.
We're a bit late. We had Christmas and all that stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. Hope you had a
Merry
good Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, true. Merry Christmas. I have like 6 or 7, but they're so small that we could blow through them. Like, how many do you have?
I have like 3, but they're relatively small. They won't take forever.
Okay. The first one I have, we talked about this. I think we talked about this like when we were playing Apex or PlayStation or something, but apparently Kojima Productions is making a Death Stranding movie.
I mean, yeah.
Did you see that? Hear about that?
But have you played the game?
No.
Oh yeah, I've almost finished it, but it is just a movie already. That's what confuses me about it. It's just like a movie already. I don't know. I feel like with Kojima, like he really, really clearly wants to just be a filmmaker, and I don't know why he would waste time on making a Death Stranding movie rather than just make something else.
Is he behind the second one? They're making a second one, right?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
I saw stuff about a second one.
I'm not sure. But I mean, you look at Death Stranding and like there's already so many celebrities in it as it is. It feels like a movie. It's got like Norman Reedus, Lea Seydoux, Mads Mikkelsen, fucking Nicholas Winding Refn. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
That is pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to playing it. Yeah.
Are you? Are you sure?
I mean, I am, yeah, because I know you said it's just a walking simulator. But
no,
I mean...
I don't. I'm not one of the people who just says like it's just that, because it's not. It has a story. It's interesting. I like the world. I really do. But there is a lot of walking. Get a bike. Like if you get a bike, you'll probably be fine. And zip lines.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep that in mind.
But I mean, him making a movie, like I would love to see him make actual movies. But like if it's just going to be a Death Stranding adaptation or something, I don't see why he's doing that.
Yeah. I'll just go to another one of mine because, like, I think I have a few more, like I said. But yeah, speaking of games, I'm sure you've seen about the new... You're a Harry Potter fan.
Yes.
The new Hogwarts Legacy game.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming out. But about that, I thought this was just funny. I don't know if this apparently is real. It says that you can murder and torture people as a student in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was already probably going to get the game, so now
I'm hoping it's got a lot of freedom. Like, it's supposed to be more open world and stuff, right? So, I hope that there's a ton of freedom with that shit, because that would be awesome.
That would be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it whenever it drops.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's been, like, in announcement phase for, like, a year and a half or some shit. Taking ages to actually come out.
Yeah, it is taking a while, but it looks pretty good.
I don't know if you've even, like, heard it fully or if you're a big fan or whatever, but we got a 40th anniversary of Thriller by Michael Jackson the other day, so I was pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I just love that album so much. It's a classic for a reason.
It is. I need to listen to it fully, like, again, because I don't know the last time I've ever listened to that fully. I really don't know.
It is just so good.
It is, and I can't believe 40 years. I mean, that's just... But it is timeless, so...
It is, yeah. I love that album. It's so good. Just never gets old. Even then, it's not even my favorite Michael Jackson album. Like, it's just that good. Like, he was just such a good artist.
Still haven't gone through a lot of his stuff, like album wise, so I need to do that.
It's really worth it. I would say, like, ignore the like posthumous releases that came afterwards, because they're just like unfinished type stuff, and you can kind of tell. And some of the early work isn't like amazing because he was just like a kid, but like that whole midsection just beautiful. Dangerous is one of the best albums I've ever heard. I love that album.
Dangerous? Okay. I'll try and remember that. All right, the next one I have, and this one is probably one of yours, I'm guessing, but we got the news that Henry Cavill is not coming back as Superman. So
that was one of mine, but it was one I wasn't like sure about talking, so it's like not... I had 4, but I wasn't sure about talking about that one yet.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to dwell on it too long, but...
It is sad.
It's sad, and like, God, seriously, it is like the last nail in the coffin for the DC. That it really is, because like Superman was one of the few things I liked about the DCEU.
He is very good,
and he nailed the part, and like he held it together. And Man of Steel is still probably my favorite DCU movie, probably. So yeah, it just sucks. But
I'm not a huge fan of Man of Steel, but I do like some of it, and I liked him as the character whenever he came up. It's just it seemed like he was always in like the worst movies for me. Like after Man of Steel, I mean.
True, he was.
So it's a shame that he hasn't like been given a good enough script to work with or whatever.
But I mean, now it looks like he's going on to like something he actually wants to do. Like he's doing I don't know if you saw it, but he's doing like this. It's some game called Warhammer, and he's doing an adaptation of that. Okay, I don't know that, but
he's doing an adaptation of that. I didn't know that was the thing.
Or yeah, he's like. I don't know if he's creating it or if he's just like it's like gonna be a cinematic universe for Warhammer, and he's like really passionate about it, and that's what he's gonna be doing. So
well, as long as he's happy.
Yeah, I think he'll be happier. I think you can hit one of yours actually.
One of them that's like a sort of bigger one, and it actually goes in with that, is the James Gunn takeover.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that's something that I am like. I've got a lot of confidence in, but at the same time, I look at it as like, you know, Henry Cavill's left now, like it's just going to be somebody else, and it's going to feel a little bit weird because of that, and like him trying to adapt a bunch of characters that were like in the whole Snyder era into the future films, like it feels like it's going to be a bit difficult, but I still think I have like confidence that he'll make it work. But yeah, it's just like, it feels like a huge mess right now, you know?
It just is. And like, I don't know much about what's going on, honestly, with the James Gunn thing. I haven't even followed it, but...
Well, he's the head now, basically.
So he's the head. Is he just like... Are they rebooting things? Or are they just trying to carry forward?
They're carrying on the DCEU, but they're like putting it in a very different direction to what it started off as. Like, I think he's going to lean more into the things like the stuff that he created, like, you know, Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad and all that. But he's also going to, you know, cater to the people that have made movies before that. But he did say that in this first, like, phase or whatever of DC that he's bringing on, like, The Rock will not be included. Like, Black Adam won't be included at all. But, like, apparently he's totally fine with that, because he said, like, you know, it'll all happen in good time, but James knows what he's doing. He's got, like, a slate for all this stuff, and that makes me a bit more confident that he has, like, a plan.
Well, it can't get much worse, so, like, I'm fine with it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. As long as they have a plan, because they clearly haven't had a plan.
I mean, I do think that you probably aren't in agreement or anything, but I do think the Suicide Squad is probably the best thing that it's had so far.
It's definitely one of the better things, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I need to rewatch the Suicide Squad. I'd probably like it more on rewatch, but no, that was one of the better movies for sure recently.
I've got like 3 episodes left of Peacemaker, and my god, that show is fucking good.
Is it still just the first season, though?
Yeah.
I thought you finished it for some reason.
I'm just very slow.
Yeah, no, I watched some episodes of that too. It is hilarious.
It just keeps getting better. Like, watch more. Like, episode 5 or whatever is just, oh my god.
I need to pick that show back up. God, my topics are so weak. Like, one of them is Twitter has started to roll out colorized verification. So there you go.
What the fuck is that kind? What kind of podcast do you think you're on right now?
These new Twitter check marks. Yeah. Also, just because we were talking about the Twitter shit that one time, and like, yeah, this is what's important, I guess, to Twitter. Also, Amazon Prime Video is apparently they're going to be doing a God of War series, which I hope it's good. I still haven't even played any of the games, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I've never played.
You know, yeah, so I'd have to play them and then fucking watch it. I don't know. Weak time for news for me, honestly. We got that Joker 2 screenshot of him getting shaved.
That looks cool, yeah. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, this looks I don't know, dark.
I don't know, it doesn't tell me anything really, but I'm looking forward to it.
The only thing I had, and like I'm so mad that like I saw that you had already discovered it, like the day that I discovered it. You know, that like that AI like thing that you can talk to and they give you things. Yeah, what's it called? Like ChatGPT or something?
ChatGPT or something like that. It's like the new big thing, and it's freaky how good it is.
It really is. But like, I gave it a prompt to write me a review coming from me, and I said like, you know, all these like little notes or whatever about like how I felt about it and stuff, like very minor things, and I asked them to review the house that Jack built coming from me. So I thought that would be interesting to read out what they wrote.
Yeah.
The House That Jack Built is a film that I have been thinking about non-stop since I saw it. It's a brutal and unflinching look at the mind of a serial killer, and it's not for the faint of heart. Matt Dillon gives an absolutely incredible performance as Jack, the disturbed protagonist, and the way the film is structured, as a series of vignettes really drives home the horror of his actions. One thing that really stood out to me about the house that Jack built is the way it forces the viewer to confront their own moral compass. It's easy to distance ourselves from the actions of a character like Jack and see him as purely evil, but the film does a great job of showing the internal logic and justification that he uses to rationalize his actions. This makes it all the more disturbing, as it forces us to consider the ways in which we might be capable of similar actions under the right or wrong circumstances. As far as the technical aspects of the film go, they are all top-notch. Von Trier's direction is excellent, and the cinematography and production design are both superb. The acting is also top-notch, with Dylan being supported by a strong cast of supporting players. Overall, I would give The House That Jack Built a perfect rating, a 10 out of 10. It's a disturbing and thought-provoking film that is not for the faint of heart, but for those who can handle its brutal subject matter, it's a must-see. It's a powerful exploration and unforgettable exploration of the darkest parts of the human psyche, and it will leave you thinking about it long after the credits have rolled.
Oh man, dude,
I'm sweating. I just read so hard.
It's just crazy how this AI, you can ask it, and that's like one of the first things I did too. I was like, review Citizen Kane or something, and it just like made a review.
Yeah.
And I even like copied it and put it into a plagiarized checker thing, and it wasn't even plagiarized. So I'm like, this is freaky.
It is.
But
it is.
It's kind of freaky though, because like people can just start using it for their own like reviews, and we probably wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. I've been using it to sometime think of like a rapper that you like and just type into ChatGPT, write a rap song, write an Eminem song and then just come up with a random ass scenario, and it will literally write out an entire song. I've been just making songs with this thing, and it's incredible.
Do you know how I heard about it though? You know, like Charlie Critical talked about him a ton.
Yeah.
But he had this video where he was saying that one of the other members of his podcast, Kaya, he like wrote into ChatGPT saying, and this was before they updated it so that you can't like make it more like risque or like attacking or anything like that. This was before it was updated. But he said that you have to make like a article by Kotaku that accuses I think it was I'm just gonna pick a random game, like I don't know, Metroid or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was something beginning with an M, but accusing the makers of Metroid of being racist or something like that, and like giving all of these reasons for it. And it wrote an entire Kotaku article, like 3 pages long, and it sounded exactly like it would come from them, and it was like fucking unbelievable. I was like, holy shit,
this is like dangerous.
I mean, they updated it now, so it's different, but like, yeah.
Damn.
I wish that I could have like used it when it was in that state, because that would be so funny.
True. I love it how people aren't even using it for like important things, though. They're just like doing little shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun coming up with stuff to ask it. But
I don't know what else to use it for, really. It's just like fun, you know.
Yeah, it just is fun. Yeah. How do I transition?
You don't. We don't transition.
Yeah, I don't. Here. Yeah, so I guess I wanted this to be like a 2022 wrap-up type episode where we kind of, you know, reflect on the year, but also think about what we liked the most and didn't like the most about a lot of things. And I know that you're going to reveal a lot of the stuff in your you know, posts and all that coming up. So, but I just wanted to talk first about, okay, what are some of the best and worst 2022 movies that you watched? You can give like one if you want, if you don't reveal a lot, but
do you want to do like a best or a worst first?
Yeah, let's do best.
One that stands out to me quite a lot, and like one that I've been thinking about a lot recently that I keep wanting to rewatch, like honestly, is just The Batman. Like I really fucking loved it. Like there is still all of that like Joker stuff where it's like, oh my god, you know, get out of here or whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, like it was just such a good experience. Like the first and second time I saw it in theaters, like fuck man, it's just so good.
That was a great movie. I still only saw it the one time. Yeah, he was we talked about in our episode, but like, yeah, the Joker thing was one of the few things I didn't like. Everything else, I mean, there was other things I didn't like, but I do want to really rewatch that because I thought it would be in my top 5 of the year, but I'm not going to say where it is placed, but it's sadly not even in my top 5 of the year. So, but it is, I mean, it's in my top 10, so that's good at least. But yeah, it was a great movie. I just really do need to rewatch it also.
It does be slapping.
I'll just rattle off some that I had. Some of the best movies I watched. Yeah, I mean, I could rank them, but I'll have a post on my Instagram placing them in a certain order, but these are the best movies I watched this year. The Northman. Yeah. I mean, fuck.
Obviously, that's up there for me too. Yeah.
It's up there. I mean, we love Robert Eggers, as
yes,
you can
we
see,
do.
you know, you and me. And this one was a new watch, actually, that kind of like threw my list in a loop, because I had my top 5 set up, and then this kind of like made its way in. But the Banshees of Inisherin, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
What a fucking movie. That was so good.
I'm so jealous everyone else has seen it and I haven't. But...
Wait, I know you guys don't really have HBO. You said that, right?
Oh, it's in theaters over here now. It's just I haven't gotten the chance to yet.
All right. Man, you got to. It is. You'll like it.
I got given like a gift card for my birthday, so I'll probably go see it. Not birthday, Christmas. Jesus.
Yeah.
For Christmas. So I'll probably go see
Christmas. It was incredible. Like, I was pretty much locked in from start to finish, and like halfway through the movie, I just knew in my mind, I was like, yeah, this is a perfect movie. To me, at least. Another great movie I high up on my list this year was Men. I know we didn't really see the same way on that, you know.
What do you mean? Didn't you see my review now? I've turned around, buddy.
Wait, what?
My review, when I posted the review, like, it took me ages to post it, but when I did, like, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh shit, I was thinking about the first. Okay, I was thinking, because we talked about it on the podcast. Maybe I was thinking of Keelan, but I also remember, because when we talked about it on the podcast, wasn't that after your first time watching?
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, I guess that's what I keep thinking back to, is that conversation. But no, I totally forgot. Yeah, well, I'm glad. It really stuck with me.
If we're not, like, ranking them, I can rattle off a few as well if you want. Like,
sure. Yeah, sure.
I mean, like, the ones you've said, pretty much, yeah, except for Banshees of Inisherin, because I haven't seen it. But I really like The Menu. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, but...
Oh, I need to... See, I'm jealous of that, because I want to see that.
It is really good. Like, it's not perfect to me right now or anything, but, like, it was just... It kept, like, being really interesting as it went on. It was, like, the acting is so good. It's just great.
Mm-hmm.
And Fantastic Beasts 3.
Oh, yeah.
No one will agree with me, but I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, there's things on my list that people aren't going to agree with me about for sure. I mean...
Is Morbius on there? Tell me it's on there.
It's in my top... I don't know if it was in my top 10 or not. Probably not. But
Damn it.
It's higher up than anybody would have on their list.
It's number 1 Morb of the year.
Yeah, it is. In a way, it's number 1 of the year, but not in terms of quality. Another one that goes without saying, I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
did you ever get to rewatch that?
No, I never got to rewatch it, which is kind of upsetting, because like I know it would probably jump higher on my list, but it's still pretty high up. I still enjoyed it, but I just didn't like love it like everyone else did. And by love it, I mean give it like 5 stars and say it's like the best movie of the decade or ever, whatever.
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's like without its flaws, but it's still pretty fucking great.
Yeah, it is great.
There was honestly I mean, sorry, but there was just like not that many great 2022 releases, was there?
Well, looking at my list now, like because I was, I kind of like lost after 2019. I kind of like lost hope in new movies. I'm like, we're never gonna get another great year like that.
Yeah.
No, looking at my list now, like all of my top 10, I pretty much think are all great movies, so like it was still a good year.
I think it was good. It's just like not amazing. I think that the last 3 have been sort of better, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I would still put 2022 maybe over 2021, honestly.
I can't.
And I don't know, my 2020, I don't know. I can't remember what came out that year, but
I think 2022 and 21 are a bit interchangeable for me, probably. But I mean, 2021 had like Titan and The Green Knight and No Time to Die, and I love those 3 so much. So
yeah, I think we might be opposite on that, just because like this year, last year I only gave like 1 5-star. This year I gave 2, which like, I mean, there's some years I don't even give 5 stars. So like the fact that I gave 2 this year, I'm pretty happy. In terms of worst movies, what were some of the worst movies that you saw? I'm sure we have some of the same ones.
I don't think it's one that you've seen yet, but I can't think of like a worse one right now than The Gray Man, honestly.
Oh.
It was just really fucking bad. I know it's your movie.
I was a star.
You were a star. I mean, that and like, I guess Pearl, honestly.
Oh, Pearl to me was just a big like shrug. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. It was just kind of like whatever. It's like probably in the middle of my list somewhere, to be honest. But yeah. I mean, for me, I know some of these you haven't seen, but the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial movie is fucking. It goes without saying.
You had no reason to watch that. God damn it.
No, I had no reason. It had no reason to even be made.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to just sit back with a friend and drink with, and like watch it. But other than that, if you watched it alone, like it'd probably be way worse. But yeah, for me right now, I'll just give it away. It is my worst movie of the year. Like I think I've watched 46 new movies, like 2022 movies this year, and this is number 46.
You watched 46?
That bad. Yeah.
I've watched 30. I'm so... That's upsetting.
Well, my last years have been really bad too, though. Like, I think this year I only watched a lot more because I started working at the theater and I could see them for free. So that really helped.
But I always take like time afterwards to like watch movies like throughout the year rather than just have a list out by December or whatever. I can't do that.
True.
But even so, like the amount of movies I watched in 2021 were like 66. So I don't know if I could get to that. There's just not much that's interesting me anymore,
Yeah, not really. Because this next, another worst one I watched was that fucking Spiderhead with Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller. That was it was just really bad. The more I thought about it, I was like, nothing stuck with me. Like, the story just wasn't there. Chris Hemsworth, his American accent was not good. Everyone was just kind of bad. Miles Teller was good, as always. But, I mean, yeah, it just felt like a really uninteresting and long Black Mirror episode. That's really what it is. I had a couple more worse ones, did you have any others? Or...
The only others I'm looking at are just Uncharted and After Ever Happy, but I mean, I think that is like better than The Gray Man just because it's actually entertaining. Like,
yeah, it's kind of so bad it's good.
Yeah, The Gray Man is just painful. Like,
yeah, I have no interest in The Gray Man. Netflix originals, I just don't want to even bother with anymore.
But it's like it's by the Russos, and it's like 2 hours and like 10 minutes or some shit. It's got Chris Hemsworth, Ryan Gosling, fucking Ana de Armas, right? Like she was.
You mean
in
Chris?
That, right?
Wait, Chris Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Okay, I thought you said Chris Hemsworth.
I might have fucking wrong. But there's got like a really good cast and like a lot of huge budget. And it's like, my God, that's what you made. Fuck.
Even the name is kind of boring, like The Gray Man. It's a boring title. But because did you ever watch their other movie they made like last year called Cherry or whatever with Tom Holland?
No, I sort of wanted to, but I kept hearing that it was bad.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just I'm convinced like they really thrive in Marvel, but everything outside of that, I just heard is not very good from them.
And are they even ever going to do Marvel again?
Exactly. I don't know if they are, but like they just need to keep doing Avenger movies because they like nail those. I mean, those are some of the best Marvel movies. But I don't know if they
won't get any more of them.
Probably not, which is sad. It was nice while it lasted. A couple more worst ones. They them. I mean,
no, that's one of the best. Fuck off.
Okay, no, it is. It is one of the best in a way. If I was ranking this whole list in terms of entertainment value, them would be high. It'd be in like top 10 probably. But yeah, up there with like Morbius and shit. But it is really bad though. That Pink song, that Pink
that was one of the best fucking scenes I've ever seen in my life.
That was I've never seen anything like it.
I gotta say, if I was like putting more like into the worst, not absolutely horrible or anything, but like I would have to say Thor: Love and Thunder is there somewhere.
I would say that's a different category we'll get into, but like disappointing letdowns. Fuck yeah. And then the last worst one I had was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. It was really a letdown. It was just bad. Yet another Netflix like produced movie. Oh well.
What can you do?
But I guess you already kind of mentioned it. Disappointing movies that like we were so hyped for, but it just fell flat. Like it was a letdown.
I was a little bit hyped for Thor: Love and Thunder beforehand. I remember being like looking forward to it right before, but it definitely let me down. I
wasn't super hyped for Thor: Love and Thunder, but I really was just for Christian Bale, and like at least he still remained the best thing about it. But damn, it was just an insane drop in quality from Ragnarok to Love and Thunder.
There's like a most recent sort of disappointing one I could mention. Definitely Bullet Train, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I didn't think I'd agree with you on that, but I kind of do. Yeah.
That's sad because, like, you agree with me. It was Chandra's most anticipated movie of the year, and it let her down, too. So, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know.
But, like, the thing is, the first, like, half or whatever was so entertaining, and I was like, this is cool. This is, like, a lot of fun. It's goofy. There's, like, one running joke that I hate, but aside from that, it's fine. But then the whole ending was like, oh my god, please just end. Please.
I know, wasn't the ending just a shit show?
It just
like,
kept
it was
going and going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And all the cameos is just like...
Oh, don't get me started on that one cameo.
Yeah, I know. It went way too over the top, and like it kind of just lost its charm after a while, you know?
Yeah, it did.
For me, though, my most disappointing it probably has to be the Hellraiser 2022 reboot, because it's just, I love the original, and this new one, just, it didn't have any of the qualities of the original that I liked, and it was just long and boring and kind of bloated and forgettable, so that was a real disappointment.
Like, I'm sort of just disappointed by, like, how it could have been really good if it was better directed and written and stuff, but not okay. Yeah. I thought not okay was, like...
Oh, not okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying, like... I thought you were, and like, it just sounded like that was part of the sentence and not the movie.
No.
Not okay.
Yeah, not okay.
I thought that was a decent movie. We probably gave it about the same score. I don't know.
I think I ended up giving it a 5 out of 10.
Oh,
I
so
mean, that's
bit
still
less than me, but...
that's still disappointing to me. Like, because I do think
it is to me too.
It just could have been way better and like hammered the message home if it went darker, if it took more risks, if it wasn't so preachy.
Right. Yeah, I kind of liked what it was trying to do, and like, you know, the story honestly seems like something that could have happened, or probably like could easily happen these days.
Yeah.
And so like, and to be honest, like, nah, never mind. I was gonna say, is this one of those, like, you know, those girl boss characters, like She's Literally Me characters? I don't know.
Probably. But I mean, that's what I said, like, when I initially watched it. I'm like, she's literally me, and I don't like it. But...
Yeah, the one thing that I really didn't like about the movie was that it started off... I hate movies that open with the ending.
Yeah.
Like, it opens with everybody reacting to this bad thing, and I'm like, why would you tell me that they find out? Because now I know how it's gonna end, and now I don't care. So overall, it was still a decent movie, but it could have been done better.
It definitely could have. The one scene that always like sticks out to me and pisses me off is like when she's in that like support group towards the end and like the director's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, could you make it any more obvious who you are? Get the fuck out, please.
See, I didn't even catch that right away, though, to be honest. I mean,
how did you not? Because like she's going on this like preachy rant to the main character, and she's wearing a shirt that says the future of film is female.
Oh,
I'm like, are you kidding me? Get the fuck out.
True.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's just like, why are you there?
The way that she's trying to get across these messages are a bit heavy-handed. Yeah, for sure.
Just took me out of it completely.
Yeah. To me, that was just an extremely mid movie. Like, it's probably right in the middle of my list, you know, like, in terms of...
At least Dylan O'Brien was entertaining. He was a lot of fun. I liked him.
He was kind of goofy, yeah, and funny, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's all the disappointing and worst and best ones I have for movie-wise. I mean, I can name a lot more.
I'll throw in, like, one more, just real quick. And I'm probably going to just do a Letterboxd-only review of it soon, but Bodies. I was not that big into that. I enjoyed, like, the way that it ended. Like, I thought that was just something so stupid and goofy, but I liked it. I was like, that's hilarious.
Me too.
Good shit.
I liked it too.
But, like, I don't know, it just... I found it like too annoying, and like it didn't take enough risks for me. Like I felt like it could have been pushed like way to the limit, like with the amount of shit that was going on. But like it just, I don't know. A lot of the dialogue was just kind of annoying too. Like I get that they're Gen Zers and shit and like TikTok crowd and all that, but like like I liked that part of it, but I just felt like the actual dialogue with story beats in there could have been better.
Yeah, it definitely is not a flawless movie. Like, they could have done that better. But I thought I was going to hate it because, like, that generation or those type of people that talk that way are, like, the most annoying people to me. Yeah. Like, the TikTokers and shit. And, like, you're triggering me and all this stuff. It's just annoying. So I thought I was going to hate it, but... I think everything else, like the ending twist, which we won't reveal, and just like, even everything outside of that, like the atmosphere, the technical stuff, like it was a really well put together movie, I thought, and it surprised me. I would actually say that's true. If we haven't named like biggest surprises for movies, but that was a big surprise for me because I did enjoy it a lot more than you and some other people.
I didn't dislike it or anything. It's just I do think it could have been better, and like the more I think about it, it's just like, oh, that was just another movie in the back of my mind. Like I'm gonna forget about it next year or something.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. I mean, it was definitely still a surprise for me, but yeah, not a flawless movie or anything, but...
I did love that podcast speech that I posted. That shit was cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could relate to that, I think. Any other, I guess, surprises for movies before we move on to, like, other stuff? Like things that you didn't think you would like. Like I didn't think I was gonna like Bodies, but I really liked it. So that was a surprise. And another surprise I had was Violent Night, which I thought I was gonna hate Violent Night.
That's the last movie I watched.
Oh yeah, I forgot you watched it.
Yeah.
Just from the trailer alone, it looked like an SNL skit, and I was just like, what is this? The point of this? But no, it had everything I needed, like out of a Christmas movie. It had like the heart, it had the laughs, it had the music, it had the charm, and then action on top of it. Like it was a lot of fucking fun.
It was really good. Like it was just super enjoyable.
Yeah, you could probably say that's a surprise for you, right? Because you didn't.
It was.
I think you said you didn't. Yeah.
Because when I saw the trailer or whatever, I was just like, "What the hell is this? Like, Jesus Christ!" Like,
yeah.
But it was very like self-aware, and it just like really leaned into a lot of the like cool action shit and all that, and it was just like, I don't know. I do think that it's a bit badly paced sometimes. I think it definitely could have been a bit less on like the more toned down scenes, because it was just like, okay, let's get to the next action scene,
right?
Like, whatever,
right. Like,
but it was still
who
really
cares
good.
as much about the family stuff, you know? Like a lot of them are really unlikable.
Yeah, it's just they spend too much time on them sometimes. But David Harbour was like the main thing for that. He was just so good.
Yeah, he was. It was great. I mean, it made its way into my. I don't want to say where it's at on my list, but I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. So I really liked it. I was like, it reminded me of like Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. Yeah. You know, for some reason.
I remember
just
you saying
like
that
the
before
underdog.
watching.
Just kind of like the underdog, whatever. Yeah, it was just great. The kills were really creative too. I like how they like put in a lot of like Christmas stuff to try and do that. It was creative and unique.
There is one one that I've watched sort of recently that like surprised me in a weird sort of way, but it's also one where I want to talk about it more. Like I want to have a conversation, like not a whole episode dedicated or anything, but I keep thinking about it. But it's Fresh.
Fresh. Oh, that was a great movie. Yeah,
I really fucking liked it. I really liked it. Like I didn't expect to at all, because I really didn't know that much about it at all before watching, and I felt like during the first like 20 or 30 minutes or whatever, I was just like, this is like adorable, it's so sweet, and then I was like, fuck, what?
Then,
Jesus.
Yeah. I love how like it takes like 30 minutes for you to even realize what type of movie it is.
And then you get the title as well.
Then you get the title.
Oh my god, I was like, fuck.
Oh, that was a great way to like, the setup to that movie was great.
Yes.
And
my god, I've never seen Sebastian Stan be that good. Fuck.
I know. I would love for somebody to just like, I wish that I went in completely blind, because then I would go in thinking it's like a rom-com, and then I would realize like 30 minutes in, like, no, this is a fucking horror movie. So yeah, I love how they kind of subverted your expectations there. And I
had some ideas, because I heard that it was something to do with like cannibalism or whatever, and then I was like, I don't know where this is going to come into play. Maybe like they're both going to discover that they're like cannibals, or they have like some sort of, love for that kind of stuff. But no, it's not that. Like it just really subverted my expectations when that like first thing happens. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's some pretty fucked up stuff in that movie too. But like, yeah, but they don't really show it, I guess. But I mean, they don't show all of it. But
you can really feel it,
Yeah, you can. It was just overall very great movie. It's definitely high on my list too. And I think the only other movie that kind of surprised me, just because I also I didn't know at all what this movie was going to be about, and I like how the trailer didn't show you, but Barbarian, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did too. That was a surprise.
I didn't know a lot about it beforehand, like at all really. I just remember us like talking about it being out when I was over there, and I I think I asked you guys like on the street one day, like I didn't even know what the fuck it is, like at all. I had not even heard of it. And then all of a sudden it becomes loved. And I was like, okay, I gotta watch it.
It kind of sucks. I wish that we went and saw that instead of Pearl, like that one day, because I would have rather just rewatched Barbarian.
Well, like I said, it would have reminded you of Kath. You would have been sad.
That's true. Instead, we
Pearl,
end the trip with Pearl, crying and staring at the camera. Just fucking weird ending to that.
No, I'm a star.
All right, well, yeah, we covered a lot of the movie stuff, but I have a decent amount, I guess, of stuff for music. But if we want to talk about, like, all that stuff, but for music, albums.
Okay. I've heard 54 so far.
Oh, damn, 2022 ones?
Yeah.
See, that's where we're different. Like, I watched more movies, new movies, but I definitely didn't listen to that many new albums.
Oh, it alternates year by year. Sometimes I'm like, let's go for movies this year. Let's go for music this year. I never know.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard, how many did I say? Like 56? No, 54 2022 albums.
Something
but
like that.
I always put, like, all albums I've listened to in a certain year as well. All the ones I've listened to, like, so far this year have been 146. Only 54 of those are 2022 releases.
That's still pretty good.
Do you want to know what my biggest year was?
Huh.
Because I've still got the list. Like, my biggest year for listening to music. I think it was 2019. Yeah, it was 467. I went fucking
how do you
nuts.
Even do that?
I don't know. I still don't know.
Multiple albums a day, like every day.
Yeah, I was nuts.
Oh my god!
I think that was when I didn't have a job, so I might have just gone really hardcore.
Wow!
But it was a great year for music. So
that reminds me of, I actually had a crazy year for movies in terms of that. It was 2020. Then I watched over 500 movies in 2020 because
oh my god,
I know it was I was literally watching 2 movies a day. It was just my routine because I had nothing else to do. I went to work, came home, and this was still when I was living in my other town, so like I didn't really do much, so that's why I would just come home and just watch a couple movies, and then it was, but I'll never surpass that again.
Does that include rewatches?
Yeah, that probably includes rewatches. It has
even
to.
So that's like no super impressive.
Even so. It's impressive but kind of sad at the same time.
Me with my nearly 500 fucking albums. That's sad too.
But music you can do like while you're driving, while you can do productive stuff. Like movies you have to sit down and watch. Like, so it's like that's so many hours of me just sitting and staring at a screen. It's kind of scary.
That's what we do. That's what Filmstagram's all about.
Oh, that's why is because I was working that security job to where I could watch movies on the security job. That's why I watched that many movies that year. Right. So it makes me feel a bit better. I was at least working, quote unquote. Well, we could start with just best, like some of the best albums that stood out.
There are still like a ton that I really want to listen to that I know will like may be better or whatever. But yeah, because like they're from artists that I really, really love, and I just know I'm gonna love them. Honestly, as of now, like, my favorite album is an album you've heard.
Really? I think I know what it is, actually, yeah. It's probably one of the ones on my list.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, if you name it, then I'll tell you if it's right or not.
It is Tilt by Confidence Man.
Yep. Yeah. That's, I mean, and like I said, I didn't listen to a ton of 22 albums, but no, that was a great album. It was definitely one of the better, like, best 2022 ones I heard.
As of now, it is the best one I've heard, I think. Like, the only things that would like combat that, probably Entering Heaven Alive by Jack White. I really loved that. There's like, it's the same for music for me. There's not that many great ones right now. Yeah. But there's still plenty that I have to listen to. So Alpha Zulu by Phoenix, I really like that a lot. New Metric, New Royksop, New Beach House. Love them all.
I'm glad you put me on to Confidence Man, because I probably never would have checked them out if you didn't mention them. And their first 2 albums just fucking... Yeah, great stuff.
Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I know.
You got to see them in concert sometime if they ever come to you.
Yeah, they looked like a lot of fun. Tilt is close to being, because like I said, I don't have a ton of albums to compare it to, but Tilt is close to being one of the best one I've listened to this year. But I gotta go with my boy Drake with Her Loss. Like, Her Loss, it just with 21 Savage, even though it's mainly a Drake album. Like, it was just a unexpected
banger.
Oh my, yeah, just unexpected banger. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, Her Loss is just great album. Like I can't, say anything otherwise. So
I look forward to hearing it.
I'm like contractually obligated to like everything Drake does. So I mean, I have to like
check out Comeback Season, my man.
Oh no, I can't. I can't go in the past. It's just, I know it's rough. And then another one that was pretty good was I think this is 2022, but the new Charlie XCX album, Crash. I liked that more than I thought I would. I
haven't given her a proper go yet, but I keep hearing that she's really good.
She really rides the fine line between like being too like generic mainstream pop, that I don't like, and then actually unique experimental stuff. Like there's one album I really like, and yeah. So, do you have any worst albums? I only have one.
So, go on. What is it?
The being funny in a foreign language was just, that was, of course, it's the 1975. It was just...
It's their best album, Quinn. Come on.
It is their best, but it's also the worst of the year.
Ooh, yeah. Special by Lizzo. Absolutely.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Was it that
Isn't
bad?
it like fucking nominated for whatever the fuck the music award is?
I'm sure it was. I'm sure.
Like for best album or some shit. Oh my god. They'll take anything.
They will.
It was so fucking bad. Oh my god.
I think her albums are on my list to watch, or not watch, listen to. Honestly.
Don't do it, Quinn. They're all bad.
But I have to do it for like I want to be in part of the zeitgeist. Like what's going on? What are people listening to?
Okay, it doesn't mean you have to like the zeitgeist.
Oh no, I won't like. I'm sure I won't like it that much, but maybe a song here and there. I have no idea.
Moto Mami by Rosalia definitely is up there.
I didn't like it. Would be there.
Yeah. I did listen to one the other day. I don't know if it would be like a worst one. It might just be something where it's like, oh, it's just kind of whatever. I might not put it in the worst list, but we'll see how it goes. But the new Bjork.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I listened to like half of that album, but I haven't even when it dropped, and I still haven't finished it.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of her in general, as you know, but I can still acknowledge that earlier albums were better.
Oh yeah,
like,
and I totally
this is
agree.
Just like, oh my god, shut up. Yeah.
And to be honest, like me saying like I love Bjork, it all comes from those first few albums. Like I love those so much that like I don't love like a lot of her later stuff. I really don't love it, but. Yeah, I still need to finish that album. I really do.
There's also Ray by Ash. I really hated that album, but that's probably it for worst ones.
Was there a disappointing album? Like any album that you were, you really wanted to be good, but it wasn't?
Probably a few. Do you have any?
I have one, because, I'm kind of growing out of this artist. Like, I liked a lot of their stuff when they were dropping their first few albums, but I don't listen to them as much anymore, but I really did love Post Malone for a while, and his latest album, I think it's called 12 Carat Toothache. Yeah, just very like just run of the mill, generic, like nothing, no standout tracks. It was just very kind of basic, and yeah, it just wasn't. I was surprised at how much I didn't like it, so that was kind of disappointing. But that's all I really have for disappointing albums.
I gotta say, just before that, there are a couple that I like should have mentioned in the best, honestly, that I feel bad for not mentioning. But there's Fragments by Bonobo and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. That'd be good, one of my best too. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Disappointing. Definitely Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama, because it was just like I said on that last episode, it was just fucking show tunes, like boring, generic lyrics, nothing new about it. And it's disappointing because her first album was really, really good. Oxy Music by Alex Cameron, definitely, because I love Alex Cameron. I've met him. He's an amazing guy. He has such good music. Like his first 3 albums are like pretty much perfect. But then this 4th one was like, what the fuck? Like...
Damn.
It didn't feel like him. I was like, what the fuck is this? The Dream by Alt J, definitely, because I used to really love Alt J.
I didn't have any album surprises, like anything that surprised me, I didn't know if you did, but
actually I mean the second album I listened to on this list was Dawn FM by The Weeknd. That surprised me.
Oh yeah.
Because like I really am not a big fan of The Weeknd in general, but like The album before this, After Hours, I thought it was good. It lessened a little bit as it went on, but it's still like a good album, I think. But Dawn FM, like, it's his best. I've heard it once, but it's his best. Like, fucking hell.
Damn.
It's a really good album. I don't know. The production is fantastic.
I still haven't finished all of his albums, to be honest. Like, at the end of it, I'll probably think Starboy is like his best. I mean, you know, I like a lot of the tracks off that album.
I think it's like okay.
I'm not a big Weeknd fan either, though. I think he's very, like, he's good, but he's just, like, so overpraised. Like, he's not the best fucking artist ever. Like,
but I mean, if you listen to that last album, I think you would probably like it too, honestly.
I hope. I really hope, because I haven't been loving what I've been hearing so far. So yeah, that's all I got for the music side. So we could get into shows. I know that we're not gonna have probably as much, because shows are like an investment, you know.
Yeah.
I do have like a lot of the shows I watched this year were some of the best. Like, they're in my best category. I don't really have a worst, so I've got stuff for that. I can just name off what I watched, and it is all 2022 releases. So
that's the problem though, is like, before I got serialized, I didn't like log any shows. I just sort of like watch them and that's it. Like,
yeah.
So it's all going to be stuff that's like, I don't know, it's not going to be the entirety of 2022.
For what came out this year, then I watched both seasons 3 and 4 of Atlanta dropped this year. I fucking loved them both. It's a perfect show. It's one of my favorite shows. Ozark season 4, the finale, that was a great show. Like, that was so good. Even season 4. So even like season 4 is probably their weakest season, and even that is like a 4.5 out of 5 for me. So it's that good. Actually, you know what? I could probably say this is both a best and like a surprise, just because I was going in assuming like, okay, everyone's saying this is gonna be bad, but Euphoria season 2, it's not nearly as good as season 1, but I still loved it. I still think it's great. It's just so well produced and so well put together that, like, I don't know, I really enjoyed that.
I don't know that much that came out in 2022 in terms of shows. Like, I mean, the only one I can see that I like finished and that is a 2022 one is Moon Knight. So
yeah,
I really liked Moon Knight.
I was trying to think of the other Marvel shows that came out this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, did they start in 2022?
Yeah, like, well, Miss Marvel, you know, and then like She-Hulk, and I guess those, but for some reason I kept thinking that Falcon Winter Soldier was this year, but I don't think it was, right? That was last year.
I honestly have no clue.
I had no idea at this point. It's a damn mess.
I mean, if we're going with like Marvel shows, then Loki, number one, all praise Loki. I love it. But
which that had to have been last year. I think that was last year.
That was this year, wasn't it?
At this point, like I said, I really don't know.
It was last year. Fuck.
Yeah.
It was June last year? You're fucking shitting me. That's ages ago.
Time flying,
oh my god, time has flown. Fuck. I'm so old.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, not Loki then. I mean, Moon Knight anyway. Like, I really liked Moon Knight. I thought it was great. I didn't think it was perfect, but yeah, it's a really, really good show. I think the performances are really fantastic, especially Oscar Isaac, Ethan Hawke. It's mostly just like, for me, like episode 4 and 5 were like really what like held it up quite a lot. Because like there were little bits in between where it was just like, come on, get on with it.
Yeah.
But those episodes were fucking great.
In terms of worst, I guess, like I said, I don't really have a worst, you know, for shows. I guess, yeah, if I was to say, this is more of a disappointing one, like one that I was actually looking forward to and it just wasn't good, and I haven't even finished it because it was that disappointing, but the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
God, man, what a mess. Like, this show, like, they didn't have any focus. Boba Fett is just kind of boring. What's going on is boring, and then all of a sudden it shifts focus onto something else, and yeah, it just I've never dropped a Star Wars thing like that.
Maybe you'll pick it up again. I don't know.
Maybe. I have no idea. I've kind of officially, you know, like said I
You're a Star Wars fanboy. You gotta do it.
No, I am. Yeah, that's true. But it just doesn't seem very important to anything, this show. But yeah, maybe I will Do you have any worst or disappointing or anything?
No, I like I said, I don't know what came out, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just keep starting shows and then like watching an episode every now and then it just takes forever for me to finish it. I haven't even fucking finished like Squid Game yet. Like I'm still so far behind on everything. I haven't finished Breaking Bad yet.
Oh no, that's a sin. You gotta finish that.
I'm the worst.
That
I could just read out like
priority.
my currently watching on Serialized because like that's just it's like a whole ass list.
I can say, I guess, my one surprise. This was a limited series on Hulu. It's called The Patient. It has Steve Carell and Domhnall Gleeson. I only watched it because of Domhnall Gleeson because, like, you know, I just love him as an actor. And yeah, that was a surprise because I was like, I didn't really know what it was going to be about, and it was easily bingeable. Like the episodes are like 20 something minutes. It's like 8 or 10 episodes. You could probably watch it in like a day or two, and it was just a great show. I don't even want to say what it's about because like it's cool if you go in blind, but that was a great show.
I did want to watch that.
Yeah, it's a really quick and easy one to watch. If you have anything else about shows, otherwise this would be a good transition into things that we missed.
I have shows, but like I feel like because I got Serialized this year, I should just like read out all the shows that are like in my currently watching or something.
Because there's probably a lot.
Why not? Yeah, there's like 20, I think.
Holy, and you're currently watching?
Yeah, but like that's not even all of it.
Out.
Like I haven't put all of it on Serialized yet, so it doesn't come up. But there's just so many shows. The first one is like Space Dandy because I haven't like finished it yet, but. Yeah, like that's a show that I already love so much of anyway, but I still haven't finished it. I got like a few episodes left. Breaking Bad is in there, yes. I still haven't seen the last 2 of season 3. Like I've said,
and those are my favorites.
I know. Episodes. I'm not ready yet. God damn it! Euphoria. I'm still watching that. That's one where I'll like actively pick it up and try. The Boys. I still have 1 episode left of season 2. The last one I watched.
First time watching through it.
Yeah. The last one I watched of season 2 just made me go, like, fuck, oh my god. Holy shit.
Blow your mind?
I mean, literally, if you remember the scene.
Yeah.
Is that why you said that? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because I think I know which episode you were talking about.
Yeah.
I also rewatched The Boys season 2 and 1. Well, I actually rewatched the whole series this year, and fuck, yeah, it was so good.
One of the best things about, like, that episode I watched was, the guy who plays like Denethor in Lord of the Rings, like Butcher's dad.
Yeah. Oh,
like that whole scene with him on the balcony was so fucking good. Like it was just like he's a shit father in Lord of the Rings and this. Like
I know he's good at playing shit dads. Yeah.
But the way that scene was acted was so good. I was just like, oh my god, this guy's a piece of shit, but I love it. He's like, yeah, I may have been hard on you guys, but are you the strongest man you know? Yes, you are. It's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Man, that was such a great show.
I'm still going with Extracurricular. That's like a Korean Netflix show. Pretty interesting so far. It's literally just about like a dude who like pimps out his students.
Oh god.
It's just funny. I don't know. It's weird, but it's funny. Dark I'm still going with, and I'm still loving that. Peacemaker, still haven't finished that yet. I have 2 episodes left of Too Old to Die Young, and I will be reviewing the shit out of that when I'm done. I'm still going with Black Lagoon. I watched a couple of those yesterday. Serial Experiments Lane. That's another anime. Really freaky. It's hard to watch sometimes. The Haunting of Hill House I still haven't finished. Peaky Blinders. I'm on to like season 3 episode 1 or something. Squid Game. I don't even know if I'm going to finish Squid Game. And Avatar The Last Airbender is in here because I watched 1 episode of it, but I'll probably continue it at some point. I don't know.
Oh man.
Pen 15, which I'm watching with Julia. That's a lot of fun so far. What We Do in the Shadows, I haven't like kept going with that since watching it with Chandra. The Mandalorian, I am loving so far.
It's great.
The last episode I watched was a bit of a letdown, but like everything up until then has been just so good. It's a great show. Fargo, I am loving that so far. What If, not loving that so far. And Beforeigners, which is pretty good so far. It's really interesting. The whole concept with that show is literally just like a bunch of people from the past just show up out of nowhere, like in like random spots in the world. Like they just appear, and it's like they have to like live with them and shit. It's really weird, but it's cool.
That would just, I can't imagine having that many like shows going on at once, because
that's not even all of them.
Right, exactly, because I have to have, my limit is like 3, because if I have so much things going on at once, then I'm not going to remember what was happening in the show, you know, to like, I need like a recap, you know, like what happened.
Sometimes if I haven't picked up a show in a while, I go and look up like a recap on YouTube, and then I'm like, okay, now I remember.
Yeah, I need that. So in terms of things, like, because there's a lot of shows I really wanted to watch this year, but I just didn't get to. So we can just talk broadly about like things that we missed in 2022. Like you didn't get a chance to watch this movie or watch this show or whatever.
I just keep going. Like I don't.
Well, yeah.
Because my lists don't come at the end of the year, so I just doesn't matter.
But like if you were to say just like, oh, something you wish you would have watched by now, like even regardless of the list or not.
Nope.
Like, nope. Yeah.
Still haven't watched
I forgot you still haven't seen that.
I guess Elvis, but I'm not that interested in it. I should have seen it. It was,
you know what? That I would maybe actually call that a surprise of the year. Like I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was solid, but I thought I was gonna not like it at all. But it was pretty good, so that was maybe a surprise. But for the things I really wish I didn't miss, 3 shows in particular. I wanted to finish Rings of Power, still haven't done that. I want to finish House of the Dragon, but I don't know when I'm going to do that. And Andor, because everyone's been saying Andor is like the best Star Wars show freaking ever, apparently. So I need to watch that. In terms of movies, The Menu, I did want to watch. Petite Maman, is that that was a 2022, right?
That's 21.
That's the new. Sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's 2020. If it is, then you're right. But let me see. Oh yeah, you're right. It was 2021. No. Yeah, this is the years have just been blurring together. And well, I guess we can't really say The Whale, can we?
Fuck you.
No, I mean,
well, don't remind me of The Whale.
I know. After Sun, I wanted to see just because I don't know, everyone's been saying it's good. Another big one, Decision to Leave. Like Park Chan-wook.
I do want to see that a lot.
Yeah. Gosh.
Also, Blonde. I still haven't seen that yet.
Blonde was a surprise. That is another surprise for me. Blonde. Holy shit.
I think everyone that's more. It. I think that's more of like a lot of people hate a movie than Men is by now.
It has to be. It definitely is, because everyone hates Blonde because, you know, they're saying that it's nonstop objectifying like, you know, the woman. But I didn't really get that. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it actually was, but it really wasn't. Julia gave it 5 stars, so I mean, yeah.
I know, she won't stop going on about it. She loves it.
Yeah. So it's a great movie, but...
You know one that I really wish I had seen by now and that makes me very sad whenever I think about it? Moonfall.
Oh, God. I thought
I still haven't seen it, damn it.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that's a 2022 movie, damn.
I'm gonna watch it. That's gonna be like my New Year's movie. It's gotta be.
Yeah, that'll be your New Year's movie. I do not care if I ever see that movie, you know? I just don't. I did really want to watch Tar. Really wanted to watch Tar.
Yeah. Still
so that's
time.
The main ones. Yeah, there's still time, but it's not on anything. I don't know.
There's also Windfall. I really did want to see that because Charlie McDowell, he made The One I Love and The Discovery right before that, and I really like both of those. I know a lot of people aren't that into him. Yeah. I know a lot of people aren't like super into his movies, but I mean, I really like him, and I really wanted to see Windfall, especially because it's got Jesse Plemons, and I love him lately. So.
Oh yeah, nice.
Also, Broker, I really want to see that. I probably will soon. There's so many. Like I'm looking through like the 2022 releases, and there's just so many. But there is honestly a lot that I'm just not interested in.
I know, that same here. Like even big movies like Bones and All, I didn't really care if I saw.
What?
Bones and All? Yeah, just because I didn't love Call Me by Your Name. I didn't love the Suspiria remake. Like that director in particular, I just haven't loved a lot of his stuff. So
I'm not a big fan of Call Me by Your Name, but I turned around on Suspiria, so I do want to see it. But
yeah, I'll definitely watch it. But like, I just don't. I'm not mad that I missed it. You know.
I mean, Banshees of Inisherin is in there for me, absolutely. Still haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh God.
Or Lightyear. What am I doing?
Oh, Lightyear, no. No, I definitely covered all of mine. There was like a lot of standout movies for sure, but overall, yeah, just a lot of like whatever movies too. So
I am really sick of people like honestly always going on like, cinema is dead, all that shit. I've had enough of that shit.
No, me too. And like sometimes I go through that to where I'm like, yeah, it feels like it is dead, but then a movie will come along and I'm like, oh no, never mind. Like for me, that movie was Banshees of Inisherin. I really thought, in my mind, I was like, we're never gonna have a great year like 2019, and both The Northman and that came along, and I was like, damn. Like, no, great movies are still coming out. Like, perfect movies are still coming out. So
it's just annoying how so many people make it out to be like more of an issue than it is.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we're like way past, like there's so many way better years like than 2022 and 2021 in terms of movies, but there's still, no matter what the year is, we're always going to get like that one movie that really hit us, you know?
Yeah.
You're always going to get at least one.
There will probably be another year in the future where there's like a fucking ton of movies that we love. Like I would imagine. I don't think it's completely awesome. Free of hope or anything,
No, that's true. I still can't even wrap my head around how 2019 had like literally like 5 movies I gave 5 stars at least. Like it was just such an amazing year. So like I think we're all just reeling from that. We can talk about in terms of 2022 in general, life. What was your favorite? I know it's our least favorite topic, but
it's not my least favorite. It's fine.
I mean, but I never know what to really say for, what's like your favorite thing about 2022 and your least favorite thing? I can go because mine, they go hand in hand. My favorite thing was the South Dakota meetup with all you guys. That is just insane. The fact that it happened. You, Kath, Julia, me, Chandra. I mean, just all you guys, like us coming together. That was fucking crazy, and it was
amazing. Yeah,
it was amazing. Yeah. So, and the least favorite part of the year was saying goodbye. So they go hand in hand. See, the best part of the year was it did suck. That was really rough, but
it's goodbye, but it's not farewell.
Yep. Someday we'll all have a big meetup again. It'll happen again.
Absolutely. And I'll be closer. I'll be able to come, more frequently if I wanted to. I mean, it's quite a big thing to say, I would imagine, but like I think that 2022 is probably like the best year of my life.
Really? I'm
just saying that because like in terms of actual living life, I haven't had that until now,
Wow.
Like
nice.
I've just been like, I mean, if we go way back from like when I was young, I was just, doing stuff with family or whatever and all that shit. I was just watching movies, listening to music, the usual shit. And then it got more and more lonely as it went on, as I started living on my own and doing my job that I hate, all that stuff. Now, like this year, it's just like I got to go out and live. I got to go to Ireland and see Keelan. I got to go to South Dakota and see you guys. I got to plan things to go and move to America at some point. Like it's just I'm living this year,
Yeah, that's true.
And there have been bad things, but like I really just can't think of a better year of my life.
Well, that's great to hear. And
the best thing to be honest was just the trips, both the trips. I love them.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, like the more I think about it, like I mean, this was probably one of the best. Like it definitely had its lows, like this year. Like I wasn't completely happy about a lot of things, but I mean the highs, like it was the best birthday I've ever had. That birthday celebration, like bar none, like that was the best fucking birthday ever with all you guys. Yeah, and just like that whole meetup, and then just just that in general. So I never would have imagined something like that happening. And then Kath coming down, in May. And then I think even, Julia came down in April. So, like, throughout the year, we had people visiting, and then all of you guys came. So it was just crazy. Yeah, it's just the best year in a long time, for sure.
It's good that we didn't have to focus too hard on, like, movies and music, because there wasn't, like, that many great ones or anything. We got to focus on each other,
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about for, like, the, like, when we all met up? Or
I just mean, like, we didn't have to worry too much about missing things,
Oh, yeah.
Because there wasn't that much great shit coming out. It was the best year to do it, I would say.
It was, probably.
What's the worst thing that happened?
That was my little worst thing, was saying goodbye.
Right.
So it's kind of I can't think of Like, what's a really bad thing? See, it hasn't been that terrible of a year. Like, you know, I didn't get arrested, so that's good. It just...
It's always a plus, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just no traumatic experience really this year, so that's nice. You usually get a traumatic experience or two each year, but not this one that I can think of.
November and December in general, they've been like horrible. Like, just horrible. Like, ever since I quit my job, like, I know it's, you know, it wasn't a good job to be in, and I'll be happier in the long run, but, you know, being jobless, doing nothing, all of this shit, it's just like, it's draining, you know? So that has not been fun.
I definitely know what that's like. Yeah.
I know. But everything else, great.
It's always ups and downs. That's all life is. Series of ups and downs. Yeah, that's my 2022 segment stuff. So if we did get a lot of questions, we could get into that.
Yeah, boy, do the thing.
All right, let's get into listener questions.
I gotta get better on like the video editing for that. I literally just put like text flying across the screen.
I like that. It fits perfect. I don't know what else you can really do. This is from Max.Hopkins11. He asked,
That's a new
I don't
one.
know. It's a new one. Yeah. Thank you. First time
Welcome to the show.
What's the best way to get into art house films?
I
know it's that was a hard one for me too. I think look up your like on Google just your essential art house movies or whatever. Get the Criterion channel if you want. They have all of the ones that you'll need to watch. There's got to be a guide out there somewhere, but just watch the big like name movies before you get deeper and deeper into like, I don't know, there's so many weird artsy movies.
I would say like if you're going to go into that, like go into it knowing that you have to be patient. Like you have to have patience. You have to be able to tolerate some slow shit now and then. Not all of it is slow, but it's just, you know, go in with an open mind, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's totally
some weird
right.
shit
like,
out there.
No, I guess I was thinking in terms of like exactly like what movies to watch to get into them. But no, that's true. Just in general, go in, expecting it to be just slow and not your typical movie that you would go and see in the theater.
What do you think is a more like accessible art house film that could like start someone off? Maybe like The Neon Demon.
Is that accessible?
It's
Maybe.
Relatively accessible. Climax?
Yeah, that's true. Climax is accessible. Yeah, and I guess you could say it's an art house movie.
Art house-ish. I would definitely say Neon Demon is more art house though, probably.
Yeah, I would say so too. It depends on your definition of art house, but like, would you say Taxi Driver is an art house movie? I mean, it feels like it. You wouldn't?
I don't think so. Try the house that Jack built. I don't know.
Oh God, that's
Try Under the Skin.
House that Jack built. Oh, that one might scare people away from.
I'm just gonna look up like the first thing that comes out with like art house movies. The first thing is Nymphomaniac, apparently.
Oh God, no! Don't go into that first. You're gonna think it's all like that. I mean, yeah,
there's like
true.
4 Lars von Trier movies.
See, but like even Drive comes up as an art house movie, so that's weird.
I rewatched that. That's the last movie I watched.
The Lighthouse, you could say, is an art house movie. It's black and white. It's in the aspect ratio it is. Like, it's totally an artsy movie.
It's relatively accessible if you can get on board with the way of speaking and all that. Because I remember, like, one of the times that I watched that, one of my 5 times watching that in theaters, I was in there with just me and, like, there was a couple behind me, and they were, like, maybe, like, mid-40s or something. They were leaving the theater, like, afterwards as it ended, and, like, the woman literally just, like, turned to me as she was walking out, and she's just like, "Did you enjoy that?" And I'm like, yeah, this is, like, my 4th time seeing it. And she's just like, "I thought it was a crock of shit." And I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. And then the husband, like, bolts in, and he's just like, "I liked it." I was like, my man.
That's hilarious. Yeah, some more, I guess, because this is what's coming up in art house movies. Mandy, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
It's an artsy movie.
I think that's like accessible enough.
Yeah, if you're into like, you know, more of the action, like it has action, revenge, stuff like that. But if you're talking like straight up dramas, Melancholia, I think I want to say Eraserhead, but that's like your standard like art house movie. Like that's like, you know, it just is. It took me a rewatch to even like it though.
I still haven't seen it, but yeah, that's like one of the main ones that people think of.
Yeah, it's really weird, but it's good. Hope that helped. Next one is from Movies That Don't Suck. He asked, which we already kind of talked about this, most disappointing film of the year. Like I said, Hellraiser 2022.
Bullet Train?
Yeah, that is one for sure. Speaking of, what we already talked about, Brian Loves Film. He asked, can't believe this year is coming to an end already. What have been some of your favorite movies of 2022? We already talked about that, so we don't have to go back into that. But thanks for the question. Then from All Right So Reviews, hey, it's your favorite topic, Liam. Potential Oscar nominations.
That motherfucker, did he actually ask that? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't know. Like,
I just don't care. You know that.
I don't really care either. But like, if I was to guess, like, okay, who's gonna get nominated?
I can guess who I think is gonna get nominated. Yeah.
I think Ana de Armas for Blonde, probably for Best Actress. Yeah,
but everyone hates it.
Everybody does, but the Academy is gonna love it. Trust me.
Okay.
If the people hate it, the Academy loves it.
I mean, I would be really weirded out if Michelle Yeoh wasn't nominated.
Me too. I really hope she is, but man, I could see them not for some reason. Just like
Jared Leto for Morbius.
He'll get a Razzie or whatever those are.
No, he doesn't deserve that.
This is who I would want to be nominated, but I don't think they will. But I think that who's the lead actress in Jessie Buckley from Men?
Oh yeah,
she needs her and Rory Kinnear. Nominate both of them, but
they will not be nominated. They won't be nominated.
Men's an Arthouse movie, but that's,
I mean, Rory Kinnear is one of my favorite performances of the year, but they will not nominate him. No way.
They definitely won't.
I just thought of this as well. Fucking Avatar is gonna sweep.
Oh god, special effects and fucking it better not get
cinematography. Yeah. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
Oh, by the way, side note, I rewatched the first Avatar recently, and I totally know what you mean with the dialogue. Dialogue is like the most basic
trash
shit ever.
It's so trash.
Just, it's like first draft type shit.
Did you see what I wrote when I did the rewatch, and I was just like, oh, unobtainium, okay, Kojima, because it's fucking. It is Kojima writing. Like, he has a character in fucking Death Stranding that's called Die Hard Man. Like, he's just not a good writer sometimes. And it's like, it felt like that. I was like, what the fuck? Unobtainium.
That's the thing, though. The whole movie felt like a video game. So if I watch it, thinking it's a video game, it's actually better. But if I watch it treating it like a movie, then it's somehow worse. But
I do really like how Stephen Lang just turns into a video game boss at the end.
Yeah, literally.
It's so cool. I was like, fuck yeah, go off, man.
But really, I don't have any Oscar nomination. I don't know about the Oscar.
Actually, another one that might sweep quite a bit is Maverick.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do it
I mean, that deserves it more than Avatar, in my opinion.
I'm sure, probably. I don't know if they would get Best Actor or anything for any of that, but definitely for, I don't know what you could nominate for, because they didn't really use a lot of special effects, did they? They were actually in planes, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe cinematography and...
Oh, yeah, cinematography.
There might be Best Original Song for that Lady Gaga one.
Oh, they always do that. Yeah. That's going to get it.
They should put that fucking One Republic song in there, because that would actually slap.
I ain't worried about it, right? Oh man, it'll be interesting to see what gets nominated. But
oh my god, do you think that Mia Goth might get nominated?
Oh no, I totally forgot about her. Did X get nominated for anything? Do you know?
I was talking about Pearl.
Oh no, I know, but if X didn't get, wait a minute, X was this year too, right?
Yeah,
holy shit.
I don't think
X feels like it should be 2021, but anyway.
I don't know what you can nominate it for.
Nothing. I mean, what can you? No. I don't think Pearl or X are gonna get any recognition, honestly. I think Nope will get a lot of recognition.
I don't think that you've seen it yet, but I really like the main actress's name. I can't remember her name. The one from Good Luck to You, Leah Grand.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but
I just watched that recently, and that movie is fantastic. Just as a drama, it's really, really, really good. I actually have a little mini thing about that as well, which I found really interesting and creepy and funny. I don't know if Keelan wants me to tell this, but he works at a theater, as we know, and the main actor from Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, his aunt or something like that came in to see the movie 10 times or some shit. And wow. That's a movie where the main character is a sex worker. He's a sex worker. And it's the aunt of the actor is coming in 10 times to see it, and I'm
that's
what?
Kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that's
Damn.
about, but Keelan kept saying that she wouldn't stop coming in.
That's kind of cool, I guess. They came in, but that many times.
Kind of weird.
A little weird.
Do you think the Batman will get anything?
Probably, will it? I don't know. Maybe original score. It had a great original score. Or maybe cinematography. So. I don't know. It's hard.
Cinematography is great.
I don't know if it'd get a performance, for Robert Pattinson. I don't know.
I don't think it even deserves it for that. I mean, I do love him in the movie, but I don't think it's like that level,
We all know they don't really when it comes to comic book movies, they're not going to recognize a whole lot of them, but...
That and horror,
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. 2 questions. They kind of go hand in hand. They're from the same person, kind of about the same thing. Chandra, Film Forager, asked, what are some important things you learned as a podcast host and top 3 moments for the podcast? So,
oh boy.
Yeah. What are some important things?
What did we learn? Learn to check your recording before
Yeah, seriously. I learned to always make sure that you're recording, everything's working. Keep checking on it throughout the recording to make sure it didn't fuck up. All the technical stuff, I learned a lot about that. Like, I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't even know how to use Discord before I did this. So I learned a lot of technical shit.
I was familiar with Discord before it because I actually did use it, but I don't even know if there's much I could say that I learned technically. I don't feel like there's just that much where I didn't already have the knowledge to do it yet. But I didn't know how to use a Blue Yeti mic or anything. I thought it would be complicated, but it's literally just plug it into the laptop and it works. But
yeah,
I don't really know what I learned much. It's just it is hard to be to schedule things. That's the only thing. It's always going to be hard to schedule things sometimes, but I've learned to just accept now that it's going to be at a time I don't want to do it. And when I actually get to the point of talking and having an episode and stuff, I'm totally fine. And it's just like riding a bike. You just get back onto it. It's
Yeah, that's right.
It's just when you go to start it, it's oh my god, this again.
Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah, just all the technical stuff and the scheduling stuff. Yeah. You just gotta learn to, if things don't go right, then just try and figure out another solution or plan a different time. Yeah. It's hard, but yeah.
I do want to learn to do better with guests as well.
Yeah, me too. I need to. That's true. That's what I still need to. Which we haven't had a ton of different guests yet. So I mean,
I do just feel bad about Sarah being the first because I don't think that we were quite as prepared for that one. But it was still an entertaining episode. If Keelan was our first, we're just really casual with Keelan. He could come on any episode and he's just casual to talk to,
Yeah,
but with someone like that, it's
yeah, or an actual, prominent name celebrity. That's gonna be, if we ever do that, that's gonna be a lot of pressure. It's gonna be hard.
It'll be fine. We can figure it out.
Yeah. But and then she also asked top 3 moments for the podcast. I don't know about specific moments, but we can talk. We didn't really talk episodes. Do you have favorite episodes that we did? I still love the He's Literally Me episode.
Is that gonna be your favorite forever? Because you keep saying
probably.
That.
Yeah,
what?
Probably, because it was so much fun for me to it was so much fun to go through all those different characters and talk about.
But we've had better episodes since where we're better at talking and stuff,
Yeah. Probably.
Okay, name another favorite.
I'd have to look through them right now to see. I mean, I don't. The only one I don't like is the one that we were so tired for the boys meetup or whatever. We were so.
Well, I mean, we made up for that though. With the second.
Yeah, we did.
I think it's still an enjoyable episode though.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I gotta say, probably I really did like Dello Felligets. I actually really liked that episode. It was fun.
That actually was true. That was a good one because we covered the whole trilogy and kind of got it was good discussion.
Down Bad in the Dark Place was good too.
I was just about to say, yeah. The Kanye episode was good.
I still really like Multiverse of Medieval. I did like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Mid-20s Incels was fun too because that was the first time getting Keelan on there and we talked about a lot of good movies.
Yeah, we had some funny moments on that.
Yeah. It'll be weird if I ever go back to the first episode and listen through that because I haven't listened to it in probably since after it dropped. I mean, I listened to it I've listened to it 3 times, but not in months and months and months,
But no, here we are. 2 people across the fucking globe starting a podcast. Let's do it. We'll see how it goes. Crazy. It is crazy. Maybe we'll fail, but at least we'll fail together. I don't want to say that.
That was adorable.
Oh, man.
That could be the name of this episode. I reckon.
The old intro.
Oh, the
Smell
music.
together.
That's
Classic.
yeah. That was a classic.
Oh my God.
That was a good opener, I thought.
It was, but I just
Yeah.
I can't get behind that music though, just because it sounds so much like it's, you know, just two white guys, new podcast, let's go. Like
Yeah, I know.
it's just too generic. I was like, oh God. But I mean, it's like fine enough for the first few, but I like that our one now like has like personality like tied to it, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like you hear that music now and it's like, ooh, yeah. That's the one.
I agree. Yeah, I like both of the music, but yeah, the second one is better.
I didn't hate it or anything. It's just I was like,
Yeah.
could be better.
Oh, and the last one I had was the Boys Get Drunk episode 10. That was fun because we went live on Instagram and I kept showing that vodka bottle like every time. That was a good one.
I actually re-listened to that like probably a couple of weeks ago maybe.
Oh.
But it's really fun like for a lot of it, but it went on for way too long, I think.
Yeah. Some of them go on. That's another thing that we've learned, I think.
That
as
true.
Podcast hosts is just how that hitting that perfect amount of like, okay, when should we move on? Like when are we going on too long? So yeah.
And it's been good with the last few episodes, I think. Our last few have been really good
too. Yeah, I agree.
Aside from episode 20, just because I find myself really annoying on that episode personally.
I mean, I didn't notice that. Like I said, we were live and you were drinking. It was fine. All right, well, moving on to next questions from Sarah's Popcorn Chat. She asked, how many films did you watch this year and plan to watch next year? Well, I don't plan to watch like a certain amount of movies each year. I just kind of watch and then see how many I get. So far I've watched, and this will probably change because I'll probably watch, we're at the 28th right now recording this, December 28th. But right now I've watched 270 movies.
Fucking hell, dude. Does that include rewatches?
Yes, that includes
Okay,
rewatches.
mine doesn't. Mine is Violent Night was 100.
Wow,
Yeah,
for
so
new
I watched
watches?
100. Yeah.
Well, with rewatches, what is it? I mean,
I don't know.
there's a way to
Can
check.
I do that on
like,
Letterboxd?
Yeah, if you go to your profile, then like each time you log a movie, it shows up at the bottom on your profile. Then see like on my films this year, and then it has 270.
Oh, right, yeah.
And yeah, so it's next to your total amount of films.
Oh, well, that's 141. So apparently I
still
rewatched
good.
41 movies.
Which I mean, this is an average year for me. Like this is just. I mean, like I said, 2020 was my ultimate. Like, I watched over 500, so I don't remember what last year was.
I beat
but-
my last year one. My last year one was 90, not with rewatches. So
Oh, wow.
I beat it by 10.
Yeah, I definitely always get over 100 no matter what, but I'm happy with how much I got this year.
Oh
270.
my god. My movies I
What?
watched in 2020 was pathetic. It was 46.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's bad.
Wow.
2020 must have been
big
rough.
music year.
Oh, what was the music actually? Okay, yeah, music was 192 albums.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you want to know the
So-
first movie that I watched in 2022? Hardcore.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, and I don't plan. I'll just see how many movies I watch next year. I don't have like a set goal or anything.
I always want to try and beat whatever I did last year, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. We'll see.
Yeah. Moving Pictures, Julia asked, she said, do you guys ever set off little fireworks on New Year's Eve?
Nope.
No. Nope.
Nope.
I live around too many people. I don't have other people to do that with. I don't want to spend the money. Like, there's a lot of reasons.
I could. I'm up in the middle of nowhere, so I could, but I don't own them or anything. But every time there's New Year's though, I always hear them because like people are always blowing them up and
Exactly.
shit. So
Yeah. Then she also asked, what is your favorite moment from 2022? Which we already kind of talked about that.
yeah.
Yeah, just the meetup in general is insane.
For me, it's just like both the trips. I don't want to like shove Keelan out
Right.
or anything.
Right,
Like,
right.
I really loved my time with him. So
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta like get back to watching movies with him over Discord or something. I feel like I've been neglecting him lately.
Yeah.
I miss him.
And I guess another favorite moment, meeting Kath for the first time. I have to say that. Yeah, I have to
meeting
say
Julia.
that. I didn't forget Kath. Yeah. Oh, and
Yes.
you meeting Julia, yeah. The fact that we both found people through that is crazy.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Power of Filmstagram, baby.
The power of Filmstagram. Anton_Kino Love asked, your favorite film of 2022? Well, you can't really reveal yours, I guess, but I'll reveal mine.
It could change, so I don't know.
It could. And to be honest, after rewatching Banshees of Inisherin, it really is neck and neck, but I still gotta stick with The Northman. The Northman, it just blew me away. I rewatched it for the third time like last night or 2 nights ago, and just it's just perfect. I keep picking up more and more things each time. Yeah. It's Robert Eggers is 3 for 3, all 5.
I've seen it twice, and yeah, it is just so fucking good.
It is.
It's probably right now. It is probably that for me. Maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, it definitely could change, so we'll see how I go with other 2022 movies. But yeah, for now it is probably The Northman, or I'm just gonna say The Northman because I feel like that's the only 10 that I've given so far.
Yeah. Oh, Wholesome Reviews. Ina asked, favorite non-2022 movie / TV / album. God, I can barely read this. That you discovered this year. So I guess non-2022. That's a good question. Fuck, I should have thought about that.
I'm probably not going to do show.
Yeah, shows I only watched like 2022 stuff this year. So in September, then I watched this movie with Kath when I think it was just like a day where it was just us or something. But this was a 2021 movie apparently. But On the Count of 3, yeah, that movie was the best.
I told you that's a 2022 one.
Well, you said that, but it on Letterboxd it shows up as 2021.
We had this discussion.
Well, if this is actually a 2022 movie, it fucks up my whole list, so I can't even count it.
You gotta redo your list. I'm sorry.
No, there's no way.
We could go through this again. I'm looking it up.
Because when I type it in Google, it says it's a 2021 American black comedy film.
Okay, like were you at the Sundance Film Festival in the United States? Okay, well then it released on 29th of January 2021. During that, and then it released in May 2022 everywhere else.
I know, but on IMDb it says like 2021 next to it.
Yeah, but then scroll down to release dates in IMDb. Because look, see?
No, I know. It's different. Fuck, I just hate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, but I mean, you do you.
Because I know that if I put that on my list, then everybody on Instagram is going to be like, it's a 2021 movie, and I'm going to have to deal with that.
I still do it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I recently posted, like, Raw, like, in that list of my 200 favorite movies, and I put it as a 2017 release because it technically is, but it comes up as 2016 everywhere else.
Yeah,
I learned the hard way when the main actress from fucking Swallow commented and told me the year was wrong. Okay, so I know.
Yeah,
I'm not getting it wrong again.
Another one, Cosmopolis, I watched for the first time and rewatched this year. It's kind of sad, like literally all my 5 stars are just rewatches. Oh, I guess Irreversible I watched for the first time this year, instant 5-star. Yeah, I don't know, that's about it for movies.
I have like 4 that weren't from 2022 that I gave like 5 stars, and that's Sleep Has Her House, really loved that. Magnolia, This Is England, and River's Edge.
Oh, nice.
They were all 5 stars for me. Great movies.
In terms of music, there's an album from Justice called Justice. I don't know if you've probably heard of it.
Nope.
But it's just like an instrumental album. I gave that a 5 out of 5. That was a great album I discovered. I finally listened fully through, all of Tame Impala's albums, but Currents in particular was first time listening through all that. Gave that a 5. That was probably the best thing I discovered this year. And then also Poppy, Am I a Girl? I gave that 5 out of 5 too.
Nice.
So
I haven't given any 5 stars to non-2022 ones. I've given like 9 out of 10, like 5.5, 4.5. I mean, there's Just Enough Hip to Be a Woman by Broncho, Never Never Land by Uncle, Science Fiction by Uncle, 1999 by Joey Badass, and The Blue God by Martina Topley Bird. Those are all like fantastic albums that aren't 2022.
Nice. Next, from Isaac the Cinephile, he asked, one romance movie you actually like.
I like romance movies.
Yeah, I do too. I don't love them, but like the Before trilogies as a whole is in my top 100 for sure.
Still gotta see those.
Oh man, I can't believe you still haven't seen them. They're flawless, like to me. So the Before trilogy for sure.
Disobedience, definitely. I really love that movie. Cold War, you could say, is a bit of a romance. Like, I mean, it is pretty much a romance, mostly. Punch Drunk Love, kind of.
Yeah, that totally is.
I don't think there's too much that I've logged on Letterboxd, but I mean, I do like romance movies when they're done well.
Yeah, me too, but the one I always think of first is the Before trilogy. It just doesn't get any better than that for me. Next, from another question from All Right So Reviews, he asked potential Razzie nominations. Well, like I said, who I think is going to get it is Jared Leto for Morbius. I mean, that's, you know.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I know, but that's who they'd probably pick. And then, but who I want to get a Razzie, probably Mia Goth for Pearl.
Yeah. There's no fucking chance. People love her.
Oh, I know. They love her. But Jenna Ortega for X.
Yeah.
Like, it all comes back to those, but her acting towards the end, or her screaming, was terrible.
I hate the screen, like, that fucking image of the screen. Every time I scroll past that, I'm like,
I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. It's terrible.
Honestly, Mark Wahlberg in Uncharted.
Oh.
Fuck that.
I don't remember him being, like, downright, like, noticeably bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably because of the attachment I have to the game.
How about that one actor that you thought was creepy and they, them, that looked creepy?
Oh, God. Yes. Please give him all the Razzies. He deserves it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was...
The main two in After Ever Happy, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Brian Tyree Henry in Bullet Train, because I just can't stand that guy anymore. Yeah, he's the guy from Atlanta. Like,
oh, him? Oh, yeah. In Bullet Train, he was...
Well, he annoys me in every movie now. Like, he just annoys me all the time. Like, I need to see Atlanta so I can see, like, him actually be good.
He's good in Atlanta, if you could take anything away from that.
Yeah. But it's just everything else I see him in, I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's so annoying.
I never, like, got annoyed by him. Like, I saw him in another 2022 movie I watched was Causeway, with Jennifer Lawrence and him. They were, like, the two leads, and he was good in that, so... I mean,
think it's ever since I saw him in Godzilla vs. Kong, he was, like, the worst character in that.
Oh, yeah, he was, like, the podcast guy. Like, yeah, I mean, never, of course.
Don't even misrepresent us like that. Come on.
But even, like, Alexander Skarsgård was in that movie, so, I mean, you can't judge characters based off of that movie.
He could be better.
He could be, but, I mean, just trust me, just watch Atlanta. And
eventually I will, but probably will never finish it like everything else.
Shit. All right, now we have 2 questions left. One, and they're both from Film Forager, Chandra. So,
damn it, Chandra.
Yeah, gave us 4 questions. Name an underappreciated animated movie that you wish more people would see. Not, and then she said not GITS. What's GITS?
Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
She knows I talk about it all the time.
Yeah. So I'm
going to say Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
It's underrated. It is.
One
that people forgot about quite a lot, honestly, was Kubo and the Two Strings. I really like that.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
That movie is great.
Peter Rabbit.
That's not fully animated.
It's part animated, a part anime movie, but
oh my god. Anything to get Peter Rabbit in there, huh?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know what I will say is A Scanner Darkly, because that's animated.
Oh, I need to see that. Yeah.
That shit is a 5-star all day. Oh my god. Puss in Boots.
I don't know. I need to watch. I still haven't seen that first one.
It's good.
All the animated movies I have, like, as high ratings, they're all very popular, so I don't know if I could say one. Maybe, I think Rango is truly an amazing, like, great movie.
No, you know one that you could say, because you enjoyed the shit out of it, was Porco Rosso.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I saw that, but I didn't know. Could you say that's underappreciated?
It's lesser in Ghibli movies.
Yeah, true. It is a lot lesser. So I think Porco Rosso is probably, like, the most underrated animated movie for me, I would say.
I'm going to say one that I haven't rewatched it yet, but I've been really wanting to. And, like, the more I think about it, like, the more I'm just like, oh my god, I really want to rewatch that because it was, like, kind of awesome. Was, Redline. It's a movie from 2009. It's like an anime movie, and it's literally just like a bunch of cars just like speeding all over the place, crashing into each other, fucking mechs and all that shit. It's like madness, but it's like it leans into it so much, and I need to rewatch it because it was just really cool.
Sounds
but
crazy.
That's a good one.
And then last question. Top 3. We've Okay, I kind of talked about it, but top 3 life events that happened to you this year. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, shit. We've already done that, I guess.
Yeah, so, I mean,
is there any you forgot?
The top 3 life events would be the 3 different visits that we got. The first visit was from Julia, and so that was awesome, getting to hang out with, me, her, and Chandra, and then later on Kath being here, and then all of you guys. Like, that was the ultimate fucking, like, just have all you guys here at once just boggles my mind. So
I don't know what to say, like, for 3, because it was just, the meet up with Keelan, the meet up with you guys, and then
quitting your shitty job.
No, that's not a...
I mean, in the long run, it's going to be a good one. A good decision.
I know, but right now, it's just like, oh my god. But I need to think of, like, another actually really good event that happened or something. No, I don't get, like, quite enough time to spend with my 2 cousins, but I love them so much. And, like, whenever I hang out with them, we have, like, the best time. We have so many laughs, and it's just great. So I love hanging out with them. Yeah. That's probably it. They help me through the days sometimes. So
that's good.
Yeah. And of course, Morbius being released. Morbius is just ultimate.
God. Can't escape the morb.
Nope.
Can't escape the morb.
It's here forever.
Yeah, that was all the questions. But before we get into, like, closing stuff, I just wanted to see if, like, since this is an end of the year thing, I'm not saying it has to be like a New Year's resolution or anything like that, but, like, what do you hope to accomplish or achieve, or, like, what do you want 2023 to be for you? It could be in terms of life or the podcast or whatever. It's going
to be chaos.
Why?
There's still all of the stuff with me, like, like, we're literally just waiting for the visa to be approved now so that I can actually get over there. Mm-hmm. So when I eventually do get to go over there, it's going to be chaos, because it's just like, all of the people around me being emotional that I'm going to leave. And then there's, like, all of the shit I got to pack up. Like, I got to get a full, like, crate taken over there or something, because there's so much stuff I have to take. I have to get Joy taken over there somehow. That's going to be a whole thing. It's just going to be, like, a lot. So I know it's going to be chaos, but in the long run, it'll be great. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it will be 2023 will be a big life-changing year for you, probably.
Yeah.
I would love to figure out something like that as well for me and Kath, but, like, we need to sit down and really talk about it. Like, what are we going to do? Like,
you do, yeah.
Do you move here? Do I move there? Do we both move somewhere else? Like, we don't know. We really don't know what we're going to do. So all we know is that we want to figure it out soon, but we'll see.
I hope you do.
I hope so too. The ideal situation would be just the whole South Dakota crew just buys a big fucking house and we all just live in it forever.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Oh man.
Oh my god, that'd be cool.
But yeah, just like a party house, or like I don't know,
with a big theater room.
There would be a big theater room. I can't start thinking about this, because then I'm just gonna get like sad.
Cool.
Yeah, it would be. But
one day we'll get to that point with the help from the patrons.
Yes, please help us. I don't think we're gonna afford a house on $3 a month. I don't know.
Did you want to talk about, like, resolutions or anything?
Yeah,
like that,
I mean, anything at all. Like, what you're looking forward to happening in 2023, what you want it to be, just like anything. For me, then I would just say hoping that any of us can all meet up again. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen to where, like, oh, we can all at the same time meet up again. Like, that'd be hard to happen again, but I hope it does. Meeting up with any of you guys again, figuring out something with Kath, just, continuing the podcast, improving in any way. And then for myself, I want to just focus more on myself, eat healthier, stay active. I want to read a lot more. I want to just, like, really get into a good headspace for 2023. Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
I think I want to get into a better schedule once I start working. Yeah, just not having a schedule or whatever has, like, made me just, like, not want to do anything at all. And I feel like once I get back into working and all that, I'll be able to get back into exercising, taking care of myself better, having a good time, all that shit. But yeah, just that's all I hope for, just a schedule. But at the same time, like, I keep thinking, like, Julia's going to come over here in February, which is, like, a pretty cool thing to me. And she's going to stay here for, like, 3 weeks or whatever, which is great.
Nice.
So I'm really excited for that. But it's just like, I literally have like a month now to save money, and I don't even have the job properly yet. Like, it's just stressing me the fuck out. So even if I don't have that job, like after she comes here, I don't care. It's just I want money like for that, so that she can come here and have a good time, and we can go places, do things, all that stuff. But yeah, eventually the visa will get approved, and eventually I'll get over there, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Just a change of lifestyle.
Yeah, I think that will be good. And I guess that's cool. Yeah, Julia will be visiting you in February, and then I forgot to mention that in April, then me and Kath are gonna try and take a trip somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I know that my mom, if you're listening, Mom, gosh, my mom has a vacation home in like Arizona. So
you didn't tell me that. That could have been the party house. What the hell?
No,
man?
I know. Yeah, true. Let's just all move there. No, but yeah, I think we're gonna try and go there because it'll save a lot of money, as opposed to getting a hotel. Plus, it's like a 6-hour drive away from where Breaking Bad was filmed, so we might go and see all the Breaking Bad shooting locations. So if I got to see just like Walt's house in person or something, like I would be blown away. So
that'd be so cool.
Yeah, so I hope that we get to do that. And it's also a 6-hour drive to Vegas, so I don't know if we'll go to Vegas. But me and Kath don't really seem like the going to Vegas type, Like, what do you do? You could have
fun there, you never know.
You go there and then you, like, just get
snort
married.
Coke off a stripper and you have a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. I really do want to, like, maybe at some point, like, this is probably way further down the line or whatever, but I think it would be really cool if, like, you and me flew to Ireland and, like, hung out with Keelan. That would be great.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to go, like I said.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome. There's a lot of stuff that we need to make happen, but we're still young, thankfully, and we have a lot of time to figure it out.
To quote The Big Lebowski, I'm just going to go find the cash machine.
Yeah, that sums it all up.
Too much money.
I know. It is too much money. God, there's so much shit to do with not enough money. Yeah. But yeah, that about wraps up our 2022 episode, unless there's something else that you had to want
Only
to say.
Thanking these patrons. Am I right?
Yeah, thank you again. Like, shout out to the patrons. It means the world. So yeah, thank you guys. Sarah's Popcorn Chat. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah.
Ardor Film, Amy, thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
And moving pictures, moving _ pictures, Julia.
Thanks, I guess.
And
thanks, Julia. I love you.
Oh my gosh. And then Kath.reviews. Thank you.
Thank you, Kath.
Love you all. Yeah, it helps out a lot. We have stuff that we're planning on doing, and that support definitely helps.
That stuff that we're thinking of doing will hopefully start soon.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody, and you can find me at Views by Quinn on Instagram, Letterboxd, Music Board, Goodreads, Serialized. That's about it.
You can find me at Movies Music Me on Instagram, YouTube, Letterboxd, Serialized, Music Board.
Yeah, just check out the link trees in the description.
Check out the link trees.
Yes.
And consider donating if you haven't yet, because we would love to have you in here. And also, by the way, like, if you don't want to donate, but you also want to be in, like, a community or whatever, you can join the Discord, because there's, like, a fan chat for that. It's a bit dead right now, but, like, we can get more people in here if you want to join.
It's a work in progress, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a link to it in the link tree as well, so, yeah.
Should be, yeah. So, yeah, that about does it. End of the year. Let's go. Let's hope 2023 is a good year. Woo! All right,
they'll be hearing this
everybody.
in 2023, so...
Yeah, exactly. That's true. This will come out in 2023, but oh well.
Yeah. Enjoy the new year.
Enjoy the new year. Peace out. Wait, Happy New Year and peace out, bitches!
Happy New Year. Yeah. I have no sign off. It's always just like, I wait for Quinn and then I just chat a little bit. I don't know.